Hey everyone, welcome back to another interview. I'm so excited about this particular product because this product is something, if you have the smallest, the tiniest budget ever with no experience, you're going to be able to flip those mini systems into bigger profits in no time, right? So let's get started. So here with me is Trevor. Trevor, man, how are you feeling?
Hi, Tom. Yeah, no, I'm really good, mate. Really good. And I really appreciate being on your show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And also appreciate you coming here, right? And
Not at all.
please, the product is called Pimper, right? So that's a little bit of that's a quite an unusual name. Some people will not appreciate that, but I appreciate it. It's funny. Okay, so tell
Yeah.
me, what is it?
Okay, Pimper, it is an unusual name. And I guess that is because I wanted to differentiate it from the rest of the kind of similarly named products that you never know what is what. Various commission this, affiliate that, and you know the stuff. So I wanted to set it apart because I do believe that as a product, it is definitely set apart from the rest of the products that we're seeing out there at the moment. I would say that because it's my own, of course. But Pimper is a case study strategy. It's a process that I used to launch a product. And really what it's aimed at is for kind of like, I guess, it can be newbies, it can be people that are kind of intermediate, and it can be advanced. But if you are a newbie, then the problem that you've got is you don't know where to start with regards to producing a product because you've got no previous experience. You've got no track record. You've got nothing to go on really to bring to the table to say to somebody, I can produce this product because I've got this success so far under my belt. So I wanted to come up with a solution, and it seemed to me that the solution was the solution that I found when I was in exactly that position. I was looking to launch, and I needed a product, but I didn't know where to start because I'd done a little bit of affiliate marketing, but nothing that I could say was any different to anybody else. And so I thought, well, maybe I could produce a video course. And I could upload some videos, and that would be okay, So I looked at PLR products, and specifically I looked at PLR videos, and I found a few, and then I found one that I quite like the look of, and I quite like the idea of it, and I downloaded it. But the first thing that dawned on me, Tom, was that I thought, even though I was a complete newbie, I could probably do better. And I could probably bring something more to the table, as it were, with this product. So that kind of started the whole process of me thinking, should I actually do this myself? Rather than, although I was still using the PLR was my, instead of a blank canvas, it was my creative template, and it gave me the information that I needed as a kind of basic structure. So I decided to go through the training step by step, go through each video, work out exactly what it was that the original product creator was talking about, because some of it was quite technical in a way. It was certainly using websites that I've never used before. And there was a lot of stuff to learn there. So I systematically went through every single video, and I started making notes on what was being taught. And then I started going through and seeing, kind of testing those and applying that and testing the websites that they talked about and seeing what results I could get. And it was fascinating. The content was fascinating. And I did, after a while, I guess, become a bit of an authority on it, which is what Pimper is about. It's about taking a PLR product, something hopefully that gets your attention, that you're interested in, that you can see. You need to see something in it to begin with. I mean, although it can be a cheap and nasty PLR or a lame PLR, however you want to describe it, there needs to be something in there that's a basis for taking it forward and making a quality product. But once you start going into this, and you then kind of take the mindset of, what can I do to improve upon it? What can I do? What would I do to make it different? What websites would I use? If I did use their websites, how would I do it? And that sort of thing. Then you kind of develop a much bigger product, which is what I did with my launch on this product.
Okay, so basically you go ahead and you take those, how much do you invest in those PLRs on average?
$5.
Oh, okay. So really, as your sales page says, like a really, really tiny investment that anyone can afford.
Absolutely, absolutely. These products are out there, and I actually show in the Pimper ebook as well how to find the products and show some examples of those. And it really is just a simple search before you can find something that is almost identical in its nature to the product that I started with, and then you can go ahead and get that. Invest $5, download the course, and just do what I did: take it apart, consume it, understand it, and then think about the first steps is thinking about how you could change that, how you could add to it, improve upon it, how you could get better results, etc., etc. And then, of course, there are the other steps that I move on to after that. So the PLR really, for those that don't know, I'm sure most people do, but public label rights means that you've got the right to do whatever you like with that. The first thing you want to be looking at is coming up with a new brand. So you want to give the product a new name. You want to make it your own. And a new name and a new brand is a great start, just straight off, to make a difference to that PLR product. And I talk in the training about how to use creative templates, how to take influence, build a swipe file, etc. So when you're seeing stuff that you like the look of, you're grabbing that and you're sticking it in there and you're putting it somewhere as well. Whether you write that down or you put links or you put it on your, in your bookmarks. So you've got that to refer back to. So it's all about not having a blank canvas. Almost every step of this is about having something that gives you that start to begin with. So rather than sit there and think, oh, the money's in the list, the money's in product launching, I've seen that, I know that, but where do I start? It gives you a really nice kind of step-by-step system to guide you through that, to start from nothing and end up with a full-blown product.
So Pimper, like you said, is about finding that PLR, the actual process, how you recognize a good PLR, how you go ahead and go about editing, extracting information, all that stuff. Okay, there's obviously a second half to that equation, which is marketing that new product, selling it. How do you also teach that?
Yes, yeah, basically I go through the 7 steps in the whole strategy, and those 7 steps will take you right from the start right through to the end, and it covers everything you need to know. It covers the fundamental basics of how to what you need to do with the PLR to begin with, how you rebrand it, how you recreate it. And there's a big section in Pimper on the fact that you can take PLR products, but you might, for example, take a PDF and turn it into a video course. You might buy a PLR PDF. You might buy a PLR video course and turn that into a PDF. There's so many different options you can do. You might buy a PDF, turn it into a PDF and a supporting video course. There's all these, and I go through all of those as well, and also share exactly how I did it and what tools I used to produce the ebook, what tools I used to produce the video training, how I recorded my my over-the-shoulder videos, how I included my video, my face in the corner, which microphone setup. Everything is in there, right through to uploading videos, where to host them, setting up your download access pages, everything you need to know comprehensively, step by step, is inside this guide.
But even people who don't want to be on camera, can they benefit from it anyway?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a choice, right? Now, being on camera, as you probably know, is great for branding yourself. It's great for people to get to know you and to get people to trust you. But there are an awful lot of people that just really don't want to be on camera, and that is absolutely fine. You don't need to be on camera. In fact, the product that I first made, which was the product that I took from the PLR, that product, I wasn't on camera at all. At that stage, I was not ready to show my ugly mug to the world. So I just did an over-the-shoulder course on that one so they could hear me. And so that's hurdle number 1, to come to terms with hearing your own voice, right, of being recorded, etc. Another thing that most people don't feel comfortable with. But what I would say is that, you know, if you can get over that, then it's the best thing that you can ever do, because it puts you in control. If you think about taking a PLR product that you want to re-record, if you've got to go and hire someone to do that, even if you go through something like Fiverr, you're going to find that you've got Fiverr costs that are going to be incurred probably for not even each video, but possibly how many words and how many minutes and that sort of thing. And you've also then got to wait for that material to come back to you, and then you've got to look at that material and say, you know, it's not really what I thought it would be, and go back to them again and get them revised and that sort of stuff. So if they can get over the voice thing, then that's a great step, and it is just a case of doing it. And once you've done it a few times, as you would know, Tom, it gets easier and easier. So no, they absolutely don't have to have their face on the camera. And my training as well shows how to do that without face to camera interaction.
That's awesome. And how much are people expected to, I mean, here's the thing with this. This can from what I know, from my experience, this can go two ways, right? This can go into making a little bit of money and then consistently building up, or this could explode and make someone really good money very fast, build a list very fast, and really get them out there making full-time income really fast. I know it. So tell me, with your system, what do you focus on? When can people expect to see money, and what kind of money do you see?
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, there is some work to be done, clearly. This isn't a kind of it isn't a new secret hack. It isn't a do this and you'll get $20 in the next 2 hours kind of. It's not that course at all. It's a comprehensive course. It's 48 pages long, but it's not 48 pages of blown up font size and pictures to kind of pad it out. It's 48 pages of quality content. But I mean, basically, it depends on what time you can allow for it. But you take a PLR product. If you're going to produce a PDF, you're going to write a PDF, then you can sit there. If you're working full time, you can come home, and each night you can just get on your laptop and you can write a few paragraphs or a few chapters or as much as you want. I actually find that once I start getting writing, I can't stop. You know, the flow just goes, and you get excited about it, and it rolls off. But once you've got that, I mean, the basic concepts, you need to find the PLR, you need to take it apart, understand it, and consume it. And then you need to rebrand it, and rebranding isn't going to take too long. Depends on, and you could outsource the rebranding. Of course, that's something that you could outsource to something like Fiverr and say, you know, I need a logo, I need a knee cover, book shot for this, etc. So that can be done quickly. Put it together, and then it's a case of coming to launch it. And I do cover launching it as well in the PDF. And there's different ways that you can do that, and there are kind of faster ways, I guess, but there's also the traditional route where you do a full-on launch and you've got JVs that you kind of encourage to promote for you, or you can do what I would call more of a soft launch, where you kind of test the market. And that's a great way to start, because you can take a PLR, not spend too much time on it, and say to yourself, right, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm gonna take imperfect action, and I'm gonna get this done, and I'm gonna do a launch, and I'm gonna send a little bit of Facebook traffic. I'm gonna send a little bit of pay-per-click via Bing ads, for example. I'm gonna send it all through to my affiliate page so that I get the commissions and see what happens. And then they're gonna get some commissions, and they're gonna start building their list. So I guess that can be done in quite a short period of time. And it is getting into that mindset and realizing, you know, that's what happened to me. Once I launched my first product, I remember after that thinking, well, I've got this new buyers list now, you know, I'll mail it. And it was funny actually how it worked, Tom, because you get excited, right? You think, I've got this new buyers list, I'm going to make a fortune, it's going to be great. And the first thing that I mailed, I got a kind of a bit of a poor response, and thought, so it's not what it's made out to be. And I've got to admit, you know, it was a bit disappointing, right? So then, you know, you think, no, I'm sure that I've done something wrong here. And in hindsight, looking back, I'd chosen the wrong product to promote to this new list. It just didn't work out with where the list had come from. But as a newbie, I didn't know. So I think a day or two after, I thought, give this another go. Sent out an email broadcast, and I think I brought in something like $240 odd in a day, and I was like, okay, yeah, that'd do, you know, and that was exciting. That was really exciting. So with reference to the money you can make, yes, you'll make money out of the launch, but the buyers list is where you then can start sending value to your list to convert that into income. And it's just when you start seeing those regular incomes, waking up in the morning, we're looking at the smartphone and seeing the commissions come in there is a great feeling. And that's what I've been doing. And that kind of woke me up to the fact that, wait a second, this is real, and you can scale on this, and you can do it again and again and again.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely it is real, and I love how you put it out. I went through the PDF. I do love. But for anyone who's watching and want to actually know my opinion and see my review and see my bonuses and everything, you can find it somewhere around this page, probably below this video. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be in the description. Basically, a video of me reviewing it, good, bad, upsells, bonuses, everything. And I'm obviously going to give my honest opinion. But yeah, definitely, Trevor, I love how you put it in the PDF. I love how it's done. I love how it's organized and how simple it is to follow, and how people with a really small investment can go ahead and start making money with this. So, Trevor, what are people exactly getting on the front end, and how much are they expected to pay?
Okay, so on the front end, they get access to the main product, which is the PDF ebook called Pimper. And a PDF, for those that don't know, portable document format, is something that is completely globally accessible on PCs, Macintosh, smartphones, tablets, whatever you like. You can read that. You can email it to yourself, so you can pick it up on your phone. You can then add it to iBooks on your phone. You know, so a PDF is a great format for that to be used in. So that means that they can be learning that on their way to work on the train, or when they're sitting in front of the TV at night, they can be learning the process. So they get the 48-page PDF. They also get a cheat sheet, which is a quick step guide to what you need to do. So rather than having to keep trawl back to the PDF, they get a boom, 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 boom. So there's a quick reference cheat sheet on that. And they get access to the Facebook Mastermind group, which will be hosted by myself and Mark Bishop. And in that group, they'll be able to ask questions, and they'll be able to interact with the other members in there and kind of get some progress reports on how they're doing with their pimping their PLR. And that is going to be kicking off at $7.
That's a great price. And any early bird, special prices, special times?
Yes, we do have a 3-hour early bird. So as I always recommend to those on my list, if you've got any interest in the product at all, you best just jump in and grab it, because there's nothing worse, Tom, is there, than when you're looking at something you think, and I remember being away once on holiday, and there was a product I wanted, and I was getting so frustrated, because even though it was only going up by a cent, you feel a sense of loss yourself, because like, oh, I should have got that earlier, and then you can't get the signal, and then you want to buy it, and then you can't log into this. So there's an early bird of 3 hours. The price will rise on a dime sale up to $9.97.
Okay, so stays in the low price range.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we believe a very, very well priced, good value product.
Yeah, definitely, it is a very good price and great value. So now I want to talk about the upgrades, because this is where obviously your money is. This is where you guys will be earning your money, not from the $7 sales. This is where this, in my opinion, this also judges launches and vendors, because for example, some launches and some vendors have OTOs, like they got 17 of them and they got 50 down sales, and each OTO has 3 licenses, and license, costs more than the other, and you have this all types of plays, and you can get the result on the front end unless you get the OTO free.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the kind of stuff I hate.
Yes,
So
yes.
I want to know what yours are.
Mate, I'm with you there, Tom. I'm with you. Do you know what? I think there's nothing worse than putting out something that, and because bearing in mind that I'm a newbie myself, right? So I kind of come at this from the position of a lot of the people that would be buying this product, which is how I can put it together to kind of satisfy the needs of people like me. And I've bought products in the past where you get it and you're all excited and you can't wait to get started, and you think, well, actually, you really seriously haven't told me everything there, because it's just, you know, and it frustrates you, and you start, you know, you contact the product creator and you say, well, this isn't, you know, what about this and that, and the responses you get aren't great, and well, you know, you should look at the upgrades. And no, I don't believe you should look at the upgrades. And what you get in Pimper is every single step that you need to do is everything that I did, and if you just take that, then you can get on with it. But of course there are upsells. And the first upsell, OTO1, is the training course. So that is a video training course over the shoulder. And what I've done is I've produced 12 videos, and I've basically gone through the PDF, and I've talked through, I haven't read it all because that would bore everybody to tears, but I've talked through the processes in there, and then I jump off and I go live over to the web and show, you know, the examples of what I'm talking about. And you get quite a lot more, I guess, in there, only because it's 12 videos and I'm elaborating on what's in the PDF. But that's a great way. I personally love learning by video. I love the concept of play, pause, rewind until you get it. And I guess I'm a bit of a visual and audio person. I do like to read as well, though. So the combination of the two, for me, works really well. So that is $17 for that. They also get what we call in the stealth affiliate buyer tap, which the name was coined by Mark, which is basically turning the tap on, is the idea behind that. And that's how a kind of way to launch your product, tapping into a high traffic platform without having to worry about the whole recruiting the JVs and getting a partner and that sort of thing. So it can really fast track their profits and their progress through the Pimper system.
And that's the one.
That's OTO1, yeah.
Okay, that's only OTO1. Okay, what's the price?
$17. Cheap.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really affordable.
Yeah. $17, and they get and that's a full video training course, you know. So it's good, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, that's a good price. And what's the price on? I'm sorry. What are the others? I know you have two more, I believe.
I do. So OTO2 is it's a 4-week coaching program hosted by myself and Mark Bishop. And the concept here is to take them through and actually pull them through from start to finish, you know, so they can learn the whole Pimper process. They can interact with us on the webinars, and they can ask questions, and we can get progress reports. And it will have a question and answer kind of scenario with full interaction, and 4 weeks. I mean, so I think each webinar is probably going to be, they usually last about an hour or two, so there's a lot of good quality content, and this is high-end coaching. Now, Mark is, as you probably know, at a completely different level to me, and at the moment, as much as I'd love to be at his level, I'm happy to be where I am, because I know that people can relate to me being like kind of the new kid on the block, and closer to where a lot of people are who want to make money. So when we do the training, we've got Mark with his experience up here and me kind of down here at the same level as everybody else, so that I can interact with them and I can understand where they're coming from and help to take them through. But we've also got, you know, kind of like a guru sitting there live who charges thousands for his coaching, to take that through so that they get really good quality training. So that's over a period of 4 weeks. And the cost of OTO2 is $197, $197.
Okay, and how many weeks? Remind me, I think I missed that.
It's for 4 weeks.
Okay, 4 weeks. 1 month, basically, 4 weeks of coaching.
Yeah.
$200. That's really affordable, because on October I paid my e-com coach. Every year I make a few big investments in my business. I have to, you know. So last year's big investment, except some events and everything, was a coach, and I paid him for 6 weeks of coaching on e-com, $10,000, right?
Wow. Yeah.
So compare that to $200, and you get 4 weeks of coaching. That's definitely a good deal.
Exactly, and we wanted to make it affordable. We wanted to make it something that, you know, people can kind of get in and get stuck in with, and knowing that at the end of that, that they're going to be making money when they come out the other end, but not something that was, I mean, because as we know, as you've just said, coaching is usually in the thousands, and certainly Mark's coaching is in the multiples of thousands, but it's not something that we wanted to do on this. We wanted to make it affordable to the masses, hence the price. So divide that over 4 weeks, and you know, you're looking at less than $50 a week. That's not bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you have another one, right?
I do. You've been doing your homework, Tom, right? So yeah, OTO3 is my private internet marketing club, and the internet marketing club is something that I put together basically because I asked my own list, would you be interested if I was to put together a membership site that had fresh content on a weekly basis that took you through everything that a newbie needs to know, from the real basic stuff, but through then to more intermediate and more advanced. And the response I got was really good. And then after having sent that out, people started chasing me, you know, Trevor, when are you going to do this? We want this, we want this. And so I did, and they jumped on board. So I think I'm up to, I've got 45 video lessons in there so far. And there's, as I say, fresh content each week. It covers all sorts of things, Tom. It covers from getting started to setting up your internet marketing Facebook profile, to some SEO stuff for Google when you're posting on your blog and you want to get your affiliate reviews out there. Some little tricks that you can do with Google to increase your chances of being found. Through to making videos and making logo video stings, and it's just a whole wealth of information. And every time I think of something, or if I'm doing something, I think actually I think they'd like to know this, I'll record what I'm doing. So there's case studies in there, and there will always be more case studies. And if I can find little tricks that help people to make money quickly, I'll drop them in there, because obviously what it's about is just showing all the different aspects of internet marketing at all levels, but always fresh content. And that is $27 per month.
Okay, just as I expected. Okay, I had here in my notes written $27 but I didn't know if it was going to be monthly or one time. Okay, monthly. And this club, people get access to new content every month. And because the thing with monthly, once again, unless it's a software, I'm looking for my customers I'm looking for you to basically justify the 27 a month, investment. And you're saying how much content are people getting every week or month?
At least, I mean, they'll get at least a new training video every week. But to be honest with you, and there's 45 videos in there. It's only been open a couple of months, so that gives you an idea of how I've over-delivered. From my point of view, if I say you're going to get at least one piece of fresh content a week, then I'm probably going to deliver a lot more than that, and I certainly won't under-deliver. So the idea is also that it's a whole mix of things, and it might be that I look at different strategies that people are using at the moment, or it might be that I come across something that I can do to improve my business, and I'll share that. I'll come across a little hack to improve something that I do, and I'll share that. There's a load of different modules in there, and it just covers a whole wealth of different information. So it's a really good resource if you're into internet marketing, you want to make a career of it, and you just want some guidance, some hand-holding and step-by-step training, then it's a perfect resource for that.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. So those are the upgrades. And before we wrap this up, first off, great product, right? Great product, great hook, great little, your angle and the way you position this. Not only this is going to be helping people, but this is also, in my opinion, going to be an easy sale. And for people, what I mean by this is, why is it relevant to the customers? Because guys, if you're watching this, you need to learn from the launch itself, not just from the content, but go through the actual launch process as you purchase the product, as you go through the first OTO, second OTO. Try to understand what made you buy what draws your attention, that kind of stuff. Learn from the launch itself, because that's actually where the money is made.
Yeah, there's a lot of value in that, Tom, because You know, I'm working with Mark Bishop and Ben Carter, and these guys are professionals, and it's incredible to see the amount of detail that's gone into this launch. And I certainly will be using this as my creative template going forward as well, because this is teaching me so much. It's been a really high educational experience. So yeah, as the guys go through the process of the upsells and see the way that they're presented to them, it's definitely worth taking notes at that point as well, because you are learning. You're learning from the professionals as you go through that process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. All right. So before we wrap this up, any piece of advice? I mean, you should have a really good piece of advice, because as you said, you are closer to where people are, while many of the vendors I interview, they're like far away. They're in the moon, compared. I reviewed millionaires, multimillionaires, people who done $1 million launches and everything, and then they maybe and have been doing that for 10, 12 years, 15 years. So you're definitely closer to the people, and maybe you can have a piece of advice that you can give that really resonates with them and can help them move on from where they are now, regardless whether or not they buy your product.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, there's a cliche, Tom, right? The money is in the list. And it is a cliche, but a lot of cliches are true, and this one is true. The money is in the list. It's the kind of list that you get. If you can get a buyer's list, then you've got a good chance of making some regular commissions. And the good thing about that, as you probably know from your experience, it's kind of a numbers game. Even if you've got a small list, you can throw some emails out there. If you're delivering some good quality and you're offering some quality value bonuses, etc., and you're helping the people along the way, then you can convert quite well even from a small list. So my advice to anybody that wants to start out is you need to find a way to build a buyer's list. The easiest way to do that is to produce a product and sell it, and then you've got your buyers and you've got an income at the same time. Whether you do that through the Pimper method or not, it's still probably one of the things that I would say you need to do is come up with a product. It doesn't have to be too fancy. It doesn't even have to be too big. It doesn't have to be expensive. I would advise trying to over deliver where possible, but not to the point where you're going to introduce them to overwhelming, but just to give them more value than they expect. But it could be a very simple PDF, and it could be very simply priced. And as I said before, you could drive traffic to it using a variety of methods just to get that experience. So that would teach you making a product, producing a PDF, for example, putting that into Warrior Plus, and don't even worry about a funnel to get started with, because that's going to complicate things and scare you off. You think, well, I haven't got an OTO 1, I haven't got an OTO 2, I haven't got an OTO 3. Don't worry, just get started. Just go and do one with no funnel, no upsell. If they click off, they don't get anything. They don't get wait, or anything like that. Just keep it simple, produce a product and sell it. If you get one sale, how good are you going to feel? Your product sold. You've got one sale, you've got one buyer on your list, and then just scale up from there.
Great advice. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. And I'm sure this will help a lot of people. I'm sure many people will resonate with that. And I agree. All right. So, Trevor, thank you so much for coming. I guess this is time to wrap this up. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Trevor. And any last words?
I'd just like to say thanks for taking the time to speak to me. It is an honor to speak to you. You are closer to the moon than me, buddy. So, I appreciate your time. And when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure. And let's make this happen. Let's make people's lives a success with this product. Let's make their lives better. Really affordable product. Great advice, great training, and just I think it's a win-win. All right. Yeah. So,
Tom, I just actually would just say, sorry, mate, just what that I do personally, absolutely, genuinely believe that if they go through the product and they follow the steps, that they will be successful. And I'm not just saying that, but that's, as you've seen from the PDF, I've laid it out to cover every aspect of that, so that any objections are in there, how to do this, how to do that, every single step. So there's no reason why they can't make a success of this. The size of that success depends on how hard they work at it, and a certain element of luck. But if they do it once and then try again and again, each time they do that, they should improve and they'll get better success. But everything is in that first front-end product for them to be able to do this.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So bye, everyone. Bye, Trevor. Thank you for coming. And that's it.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks very much, mate.